breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the most underrated sport trading card podcast on planet Earth. This is Double Coverage. We hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man Sauce, and we are fired up. We're ready to go. And Sauce is ready to get at it. What's happening, bro?
We're fired up. We're fired up, Dom. We're fired up.
Fucking
Two
pumped.
big games. The play-in amazing games today. Obviously, Brooklyn slapped Cleveland. I watched the Clippers and Timberwolves game. Credit to the Timberwolves. We'll chat a bit about it a bit later. Massive weekend in sports. The UFC was unbelievable. The great Alexander Volkanovski, mate. We've got now people really understanding how good this guy is. We've got people in America realizing, shit, I'm going to start buying his cards, and they've put the APB out. I want Volkanovski cards when I've been telling you guys that this guy is a freak, ladies and gentlemen. I've been telling you for so long that this guy is unbelievable. He wants to move up. He wants to move up a weight division because he goes, he's too good for this weight division. He's fucking slapped everyone in it. So he wants to move up.
What are you talking about, bro?
Mate,
UFC shit, bro. The crop shit, the talent shit. It's no
the
good.
roster's terrible according to some people.
Yeah. Anyway,
geez.
global, what's happening? Alexander the Great, that's it. Right on the money. We do. We're UFC, NBA play-in, Premier League, Champions League this morning. We're going to get into that. Saucy's got some big things to talk about in that one.
3 hours sleep, but I still got up and watched
he's on fire. He's just had a coffee. He's absolutely flying at the moment. F1 over the weekend as well. Big round of footy. We've got a whole bunch of product drops as well in the card scene. NBA finally got draft picks. Fucking Prism draft picks is finally here. It took about 40 years, but it got here for this year's crop of rookies. Man, there's so much stuff. Encased NFL. But we are going to start with the play-in source. We're going to get straight into it. I'm going to share my screen in about 2 seconds. Here we go. Share my screen. It's back working, which is always a freaking win. It's always a win source. Here's the first game. Don't worry. I will zoom in. There he is, the great guy. He's a nice kid, Nick Claxton. Killed it on the boards today. But here we go. Big win. It was 115 to 108. The win by the Brooklyn Nets. What's up, Dan? What is happening, bro? Hope you're well. Saucy is flying global. He is absolutely flying. Kevin Love was good in this. I enjoyed watching Kevin Love ball out as well today. He played pretty well. But playing 41 minutes apiece, Kevin Durant had 25, Kyrie Irving had 34, Bruce Brown had some big points playing 40 minutes, Drummond had 16, Seth Curry struggled in this one, Patty Mills also did struggle a little bit, Claxton had 13 and 9, so he was not too bad, and then their bench was very, very slim source here from... Where's the 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, from Patty Mills, it was pretty slim. Nothing else happened.
I just wonder with Brooklyn who's going to be the guys that step up because we know it's about
Big
role
Ben's
players in the playoffs. It's about role players in the playoffs. So who's going to step up? They need
Big Ben's
other
coming.
guys to step up and make shots.
Big Ben is coming, and either Tatum or Brown in the series is going to get given a bath. As simple as that. I don't care what anyone says. They're going to do nothing. They're going to do nothing.
Well, they reckon he could come back and he could be on a 20 minutes a game, minutes restriction.
Mate, that's all they need is 20 minutes, mate, with Big Ben. Pass it up under the basket. Do what he did at Philly. That's what I want to see. Karis LeVert on the other side. Laurie Markkinen, Evan Mobley was good. Okoro struggled. Garland was really good. Very strong in his first play. Well, it's not even the playoffs, but key game in his career. HGA Slander will come a bit later on Dan. It's not really, I don't know if it's really Slander. I don't even know how we're going to approach that, to be honest. Fuck, we'll just tell her how we're feeling. Kevin Love was good off the bench, double-double. Got the job done, Source. They will play against the winner of Atlanta. They will play against, Boston over here. And the winner of the Atlanta-Charlotte game tomorrow will play against Miami. So Oh no, sorry. The winner of that will play against Cleveland to play against Miami. Pretty sure that's how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
I hate this playing shit. I can't wait for it to be gone.
Yeah, it should be gone.
I
This
can't wait.
was probably one of the dumbest things. I mean, I was for it a little bit.
It's just
Obviously,
shit.
I was for it when the Lakers were in it. And
so you can win
we stunk it
titles.
up last season. But to be honest, they need to get rid of it. They need to go back to the old method. Like, why do you play 82 games? Then
Big Ben was born ready. Global. He was born ready. Mr. Backspasm Ben. He's gonna just dominate. You watch him lock him down. You watch. I can't.
Like, you know what? In typical fashion, it's exactly what would happen, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you who. You know who I'm PCing, Source? I'm rainbowing him. All right. I don't know why I haven't rainbowed this guy earlier. Because my spirit animal on the basketball court is this guy, Patrick Beverley. I don't know why he's not my PC. Saucy plays with me basketball, and he can attest that is me when I play. I'm the worst.
Especially when we get into a heated game, you do. You get into the opposite opponent's face. You start calling them son. You start boxing them out hard. You clap it in their face. Oh, mate, it is. You are Patrick Beverley. I tell you what, you shoot it like Patrick Beverley as well, mate.
No, I'm Russell Westbrook trapped in Pat Beverley's body. That's what I am.
Yeah, your jump shot's hitting the top of the backboard like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Frank, the shot I took on Monday was terrible. Hit the side of the backboard. It was just a disgrace. Yeah, but Patrick Beverley was awesome in this. The officiating, on the other hand, was a disgrace. There was that many fouls called in this game. It was a joke. Let's have a look on the team comp. Just very quickly. I don't know if it's got the fouls in here. It doesn't have the fouls. Of course, it doesn't want to show the officiating freaking disgrace. I'm actually going to count him. I'm going to count him.
Terrible 7, officiating, Doma.
13.
It was some, it's a pretty much a playoff game because they want to get into the playoffs. So it's playoff, type intensity. And you could see that from the beginning. And just 28. Some of the foul calls were just very, very, very soft.
28 just for the Clippers.
To see called in the playoffs.
There's 28 just for the Clippers.
Yeah, I know, Domo. It was just ridiculous. It was stop-start. But, credit to the Timberwolves.
54 fouls in the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. Credit to the Timberwolves because, Karl Anthony Towns, I'll tell you what, there's some guys that stand up when they get to the postseason, and there's some guys that just, fall apart. And at this point in time, Karl Anthony Towns is falling apart. We'll see what he can actually do in the series when they verse Memphis. There will be an amazing matchup. Obviously, JJJ versus Karl Anthony Towns. We all know who I prefer. I think JJJ is the better player, actually plays better defense, has improved his defense tremendously this season.
Most blocks in the league.
Most blocks in the league. So this is going to be a great matchup between those two. It'll be interesting, to see how it pans up. But Karl Anthony Towns got to do better. He can't getting fouled out like that.
Ant-Man put on a clinic as well.
Yeah, look, this is one thing I'm going to say. I'm excited to see this matchup. Like, this is probably, in my opinion, probably the best matchup in the first round of the playoffs.
In terms of excitement and athleticism, 100%. 100%.
Ja Morant on one side, you got big JJJ against Cat. You got Ja Morant on the one side. Obviously, Pat Beverley's going to be, right there, trying to be getting into his head. Like, it's
I think Pat Beverley checked out, mate. He was celebrating after the game as if he won.
I know, he was crying like he'd won the title. I know.
He pulled out a beer in the press conference. He was literally celebrating in his
because he wanted.
Yeah,
he wanted to get back at the Clippers so bad.
He said that in the off season leading into this season, they gave him a terrible contract, and he pretty much just said it was disrespectful the way that they offered that contract to him and what they gave as the offer, and he pretty much just gave it to him after the game. He's like, "We beat your ass, Clippers. Get the fuck out of here." It was so funny. His post-game video that he put up, I was pissing myself laughing. It was so good. What's Global said here? His little guy won the grand final in basketball on the weekend by 1 point. It was insane. There you go.
I've seen that, Global. Well done.
That's great.
Well done.
All right, Sauce.
Mini Global.
We'll see how good we go with all this. All right. So this is the playoff bracket. We're going to select it. Obviously, Brooklyn's down here. Either Atlanta, Charlotte, or Cleveland will play against Miami. Jared Allen apparently is going to be back for that second play-in game for Cleveland, which will help them immensely, I think. So let's go over to the West first. So Clippers, Pelicans, or San Antonio against Phoenix, regardless of who it is, Source. I think we're safe to say we're both going to go Phoenix in this one. Like, regardless.
No, Phoenix.
Like
Phoenix
that's
is just the better
Phoenix in
all-round team.
4. I reckon in 4.
Yeah, no, maybe
if they
in
play
5.
the Clippers, could be 5. All right, so Phoenix. There you go. Dallas or Utah? I think we're both going Utah. We'll talk about that a bit later. I reckon that a bit later. We could beat 5. I'm giving them a game. I'm going to give Spencer Dinwiddie a game, Source.
Jeez, he's going to have to absolutely ball out. Him and Jalen Brunson are going to have crazy stats.
Golden State versus Denver.
You want to know something? I'm going to have to go with Denver. I think this is, Golden State. Steph Curry's not going to be back. Klay Thompson, he had 41 the other day, but it was against the team that was put out by the opposition was pretty average. It's towards the end of the season. I think the team they were playing weren't even in the playoffs. So, like they're already checked out to Cancun. So, how much can you really read into that? The consistency hasn't been there. You're going to have to rely on a guy like Andrew Wiggins, who has proven, can he carry a team in the playoffs? Jordan Poole, you got guys like Jordan Poole, when he gets close to 40 points, he just doesn't pass the ball because he wants to get 40. He doesn't actually think about the team. He's just a selfish player. So, I don't actually think it's going to do that well. You got Draymond Green, who let's be honest, Draymond Green, look, this is what I say. Steph Curry without Draymond Green is a shell of himself, and Draymond Green without Steph Curry is a shell of himself. They need each other to be really, really good and effective on the basketball court. Draymond Green has been stinking it up since he came back. Not that he really does much, but I feel like he may have even lost a step on the defensive end. So
he's getting old.
Yeah, he's getting old. So I'm going to go with Denver.
Denver in 6. I'm happy to go with that.
Yeah, I think this is going to go 6-7 games. And yeah, I think Denver can win that series.
Hey Ash, what's happening, man? Great to have you stop by. Memphis versus Minnesota. This is obviously the series. I'm going Memphis. We can decide. We're just going to do this playoff bracket together, but I'm going Memphis.
Yeah, matchup for me. The matchup of all of them. To be honest, some people might look at Boston and Brooklyn, but I'm more excited for this matchup between the two young guns, Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards. It'll be interesting to see which guys step up for each team.
I want it to go to 7.
Yeah, I think this is gonna go 6-7 games.
I'm gonna put 7 because that's what we want. It'd be so sick to have it go to 7.
Yeah, I think Memphis has just shown that they've more consistency over the season. They also do have home court advantage, so I'm going to have to go with Memphis, but I could see this going to 7 games. And if it does get to a 7th game, anything can happen in a game 7. So, Karl Anthony Towns has to play better than he did today for them to have a chance. Let's not shy away from that. He has to be better.
All right, let's try and get through this pretty quickly here. Phoenix against Utah.
Phoenix.
Too good, man.
Yeah,
Phoenix in.
Good. We seen with Utah. They might get past the first round, but when push comes to shove, 5-6 games.
They will get through. They definitely are going to get through the first round. We'll talk about that later, but they're getting through the first round.
Yeah.
All right. Denver, Memphis.
Look, this is all dependent
Memphis has got good
injuries.
depth, man. They've got good bench depth.
Correct. If Memphis can obviously stay healthy, no injuries to Ja Morant, no injuries to key guys.
We'll go 6.
I'm going to go with Memphis. Yeah, Memphis in 6. That sounds good.
There you go. We won't do this just yet. Let's jump on to this side. Miami against Atlanta, Charlotte, or Cleveland. I'm going to go Miami. I'm going to back my boys in.
Yeah, I don't know. Atlanta's been showing some form coming into this later part of the season. Can I really rely on their team? Not sure.
I think because we play defense. That's the thing that'll keep us in this.
Yeah, they will keep you in the games. I think it's just you're just gonna struggle. Who's gonna be your closer down the stretch? I don't think you have one sort of guy that
Tyler
you're gonna
Hero.
lean into. Yeah, I mean, I think it's wouldn't it be just fitting? Wouldn't it just be fitting for everyone that's given this guy shit,
To
even though
just
he's had an
dominate.
amazing season,
Oh,
to
I
come
love him
out
to
in the
just kill it.
playoffs and be the closer, be the guy in the fourth quarter that makes plays? Like, there's nothing more than I love that. And I actually want him to succeed because so many people in the hobby, obviously, he
They gave up on him.
came out the gates and then had a tough second season, gave up on him. Which is, second season, it's common for young guys to sort of get found out a little bit in the second season. But he's shown in his third season that he's now elevated his game and taken it to a new level that he's actually, he is a bucket. And although he is coming off the bench, as much as you want to say he comes off the bench, when push comes to shove and games are close, he's in there at the end. So he's in there when the time matters. He's been in there when the time matters all season down the
100%.
stretch. So they're not going to leave him on the bench when push comes to shove. So I'm going to go with Miami over any of those teams. I'd like to see Cleveland do well, but I don't know. After watching them today, I don't think
They'll
they have
struggle a bit.
enough
Jared Allen will
consistency.
help. Jared Allen will help them.
Yeah, but
So,
when Garland's good, but obviously Kevin Love can give you a little bit, but sometimes Kevin Love he has it on a night, sometimes he doesn't. But when you're trying to rely on your second guys, Laurie Marketing, he's never proven he's really a guy. So you get inconsistencies, and I just don't think they have enough all round
definitely
consistent.
Philly against Toronto.
Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Philly to lose. Oh, it's going to be so good. Anyway, we'll pick Philly, but I genuinely reckon Toronto will beat them. They actually play team basketball.
Yeah, they play really good team basketball. They move the ball. Freddie Van Fleet, they did rest him in the last few games, so I think he'll be ready to go. You're definitely going to need his shooting. Spicy P, he's going to have to stand up big. But look, in this series, it's about stopping Joel Embiid. You could keep Joel Embiid off the line,
100%.
and keep your guys out of foul trouble. You can win this series.
100%.
I'm gonna just for the sake of this, I'm gonna say Toronto in 7.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. All right, Bucks Bulls. That's an easy one. It'll be Chicago
Bucks
struggle to beat.
5.
Yeah, Bulls struggle to beat any top seeds. Raps, but I want to see what Ben does. Is he playing? Big Ben? Yeah, he's going to play.
He's going to be a minute restrictions, 20 minutes. We'll talk about that in this one, mate.
Boston should beat Brooklyn here. They actually should, but
they won't. Brooklyn will beat them because Boston will fall apart like they have, like we've been saying. As much as your boy on Mr. Cowherd has said, or he had some guy on. I'll listen to his latest one, and he said that Boston's got amazing depth on the bench.
Their best defender's injured.
I beg to differ that their bench is actually stinks, and we've been saying this all season. Their
best defender is injured.
Yeah, Time Lord's
Williams.
Injured. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Robert Williams.
Oh yeah, Robert Williams. Sorry,
Grant Williams. He's playing. He stretches the floor, but he's undersized. You're gonna rotate Grant Williams onto Kevin Durant. That's gonna be barbecue chicken every day of the week. He's just gonna rise up over the top of him and
6 games or 7. We'll go 7.
Yeah, I think I think it's not going to be all easy. They're gonna it's gonna be tough for them in Boston. Like, don't get me wrong, they're strong on their home floor.
Kyrie's gonna get booed. It'll be good. Then Miami, Toronto.
I'll go with Miami. I think Miami.
I'm going 6.
Yep.
Milwaukee, Brooklyn.
Bucks. I still think the Bucks are the best all-round team.
Bucks in 5?
No, push it to 7. It's going to be a 7-game series. Kyrie's going to be there this time as well.
That's right. So is Big Ben. Big Ben will be there. He'll take Giannis. He'll defend Giannis. That's what he'll do. That's what they'll do. I'm being serious. They'll actually get him to.
All I'm going to say is, hey, I don't know if people have been watching Giannis this year. He's got to step back 3.
He's genuinely. I'll be honest.
He's getting scary, bro.
So let's put it out there. He's genuinely 10 times better than what he was last year.
Yeah, he's better.
He's so fucking good.
If you've watched him this
He's
season,
so
man,
good.
he's taking step back threes and shit.
Did you hear like what he said when they asked him in the press conference about the scoring title? Have you heard that?
No.
Honestly, do yourself a favor. This guy, honestly, if he just becomes so dominant as the best player, could actually go down as probably the best player to ever play the game. He genuinely said, he goes scoring title. He goes, he goes, if you consume your time with things that mean nothing, then it takes away your mind from the goal that needs to be achieved. He's not in it for the individual accolades, mate. He just wants to fucking win titles. He doesn't give a shit. I'm paraphrasing.
You are paraphrasing. It holds you back. I really believe in this. You don't get to your fully potential when you worry about wrong things. That's literally what he says. I'm obsessed with basketball. I really want to be the best I can be. I've shown it time and time again that I'm about that.
If he can
I'm not about scoring championship, I could care less.
Exactly. He doesn't give a shit about that. Yeah, that's right. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And this is like when everyone will go back in history and say, oh, accolades, and this guy won this many MVPs, and this guy won a scoring title, and this guy won this, and this guy won that. He doesn't care about that stuff. If I'm watching him, like if you watch a guy like Giannis at this day and age, and when we get to freaking our parents' age, Source, and Giannis is all said and done, and we've seen that much footage of LeBron, that much footage of Giannis, that much footage of like Embiid and Bird and Magic and Kareem and Jordan and Kobe and all these guys. We've seen them all play. Well, not Jordan, but we've gone back and watched heaps of footage of Jordan, as if we lived his career while he was playing, unlike others that just watch 4-minute highlight videos of his whole career. And we could genuinely say that Giannis could be the best player to ever play the game. Like, people might say, oh, you're being ridiculous, you're being crazy. But he's developed a semi-decent mid-range. He's developed a step-back three. If he can actually develop that mid-range jump shot to actually be like a proper like Kawhi Leonard weapon, he's actually unstoppable. He can just pump fake, like we said, from the perimeter. You keep him honest at three, pump fake, and then what are you going to do? Like, is he going to drive? Is he going to drive? Is he going to?
Two steps? He's at the ring for a dunk or a finish, or he just one step in and pulls up and
exactly right. You don't know. Is he going to go in? Is he going to jam it? Is he just going to, like you said, Sauce, just pull up for a mid range? Like, and what? How are you going to defend him? You're going to chop his arms. He's going to get fouled every time. Like, you're going to step in his shooting zone. And don't give me this stuff of, oh, that will never happen, mate. Have you seen how big he is? It's like Kevin Durant. If he can somehow develop he won't be as good a scorer as Kevin Durant, let's be honest. But, if he can get that type of move set and ability to shoot a three, shoot a mid-range, and then drive into the rim, he's just unstoppable. Anyway,
that just elevates his game to the second half of his career. Obviously, when he's gonna at some point he's gonna lose a step of speed because
I forgot Sauce. I forgot another thing. He actually improved his free throw shooting that he struggled with.
Yes, amazingly.
That's another thing that he improved. So he actually goes back.
Something that fucking LeBron hasn't done over his whole career. They're just going to say that, yeah.
He'd already have 40,000 points if he actually learned how to shoot free throws. But seriously,
something Shaq couldn't even do over his whole career.
We sat here, Sauce, 2 years ago when we started this podcast in that Miami Bucks matchup, and we gave shit to Giannis.
Yep, we did.
We'll own up to it. We gave shit to Giannis, and we said, if this guy is going to get anywhere close to winning a title, he needs to do this, 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 and this. He's genuinely gone away from that heartache of getting bounced out of the playoffs continually, developed a jump shot, a mid-range. He's unstoppable from the ring. He struggled from free throw. He improved that. He's developed a step-back three to keep people honest on the perimeter. He actually plays defense, like unbelievably good defense.
Yes.
Like, he can block, he gets boards, he gets O boards. If he just takes this mindset from that quote and gets even better again, Sauce, how are we not talking about this guy? What? Because he's a Euro and we don't want to say a Euro is going to be the best player ever? Well, we're afraid of that. Like, he's genuinely unbelievable. I want
This is what I
the
mean.
Bucks to win it all. I actually
Year
want the
in,
Bucks to
year
win it all.
out, he's gotten better
Yeah.
every single season. Every single season.
Everyone's saying all this shit on with the MVP race. Like, Giannis is now the hot favorite. It should go to Embiid. Embiid had the most this games, like 40 and 10 games. I don't give a fuck about 40 and 10 games. He's the first player to do it since this guy. Okay, good on him. Have we not watched Giannis play this year again? It's the same as last year. Giannis probably should have won the MVP last year. We spoke about this on the podcast. He absolutely dominated. He was better than his MVP year, and he didn't get it.
I know.
He absolutely dominates. It's the biggest joke.
Let's not even talk about the MVP award. The MVP award is rubbish. LeBron should have about 7 MVPs. Let's not beat around the bush.
I know this is
right?
like this is like the biggest.
It is a rubbish award. It is literally a rubbish award. All right, it is a rubbish award. I don't even consider it. I don't even consider it.
I think it's just the man crush sauce for a guy that's come from fucking nothing, brought his whole family up to the top with him, worked hard, head down, ass up, he's genuinely a likable guy. Like, what more do you want? He plays in a small market franchise and is making that franchise something again since Kareem and Oscar Robertson. Like, they were nothing. Like, I love him. I hope they win the whole thing. I know that they're going to play Miami. Let's get to that matchup. Bucks versus Miami. I know we've got the Giannis stopper in Adebayo, but Giannis is going to be too much for him now.
Yeah. Bucks.
Before he was just driving to the ring, but I reckon it could be Bucks in 6.
Nah.
Yeah,
Bucks in 6. I think they're just going to have too much.
Phoenix versus Memphis.
Yeah, look,
Phoenix should get this done, surely, man.
Phoenix should get it done. You just having the playoff experience. We know that this comes into it. Are the young guys from Memphis going to be ready? Especially if we're predicting that they're going to get to the Western Conference Finals. Are they going to be ready? We've seen this before. These young teams that get there, they're just not ready. They're just not ready. And they lack a bit of experience. You're going to get the wily old veterans on the Suns that are going to, get in their head. They've had a bit of that playoff run. They've had that playoff heartache from last season. Phoenix will be too much. I think they'll get it done in 6.
And then the title.
I'm going Bucks back to back because I want
7. Just chuck it in 7. I don't think it'll get to 7. They could beat them in 6. And no, I'm not putting my email address in. You guys can take that if you want. Send me some fan mail. There you go. So Bucks to win it all, sauce from both of us in 7 against the Suns.
Phoenix.
Anyway, we're looking forward to it. We'll see how it pans out. Let's jump over to EPL now. We spent enough time on NBA. We've got to fly through this now. These were the games during the week. Burnley defeated Everton 3-2. Everton then defeated United 1-0. Newcastle defeated Wolves 1-0. Spurs defeated Villa 4-0. Leeds 3-0 over Watford. Chelsea smashed Southampton 6-0. Brighton defeated Arsenal 2-1. And that put a bit of a dent in your top 4 hopes. City and Liverpool 2-2 draw. Norwich defeated Burnley 2-0. Leicester 2-1 over Palace. Brentford 2-0 over West Ham. Just a quick mention, Source, on your game about your fullback on the left.
You want to put Granit Xhaka at left back. That's what you're going to get. All right. Yes, I understand Tierney's injured, but you got Tavares on the bench, who's actually a left back, a genuine left back. You know what you do? You put yes, all right, keep Xhaka in the team, but play 2 defensive mids. Put that cover for the left back because he got towed up in the previous game and he got subbed off at half time. That's why he's decided, no, I'm going to go with Xhaka. So you've pretty much shot the young kid in the foot. He's only 21 years old or 20 years old, Tavares. And you're not going to give him the confidence. So you put a guy who barely plays left back, got found out tremendously in that game. They had an absolute party down the left-hand side, did Brighton, and beat us. And look, Doma, do we, after the last 2 weeks, do we even really deserve to play Champions League next season. You know, it's right there. It's at our grasp. Not good enough. But it doesn't matter. You know, I watched the Liverpool and City game. Cracking game. You know, both teams, you could tell, you know, don't want to lose the title, and you know they split the points, and it's right there. It's right there, and I'm telling you, it's going to come down to that dodgy call where City got points, and they probably shouldn't have. They should have dropped another point. But there's 1 point in it. 1 point in it.
Liverpool's got the great and powerful Man United next. The all-powerful Man United.
It could be absolute drumming.
So we're actually going to give Wolves an opportunity to leapfrog us, to put us into 8th.
Yeah.
We are so bad. I'm not even going to talk about ours. That game got marred by, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo smashing the young kid's phone. And
that is the greatest thing to happen to that young fella in his whole life.
I'm telling you. Because it actually is the greatest thing.
He's got a meet and greet with Ronaldo. He's probably going to get all this signed merchandise and everything.
No. Mate, the families doesn't want anything to do with him. You know, even that, you know, there's an angle of it with everyone literally abusing United going down the race and saying the most ridiculous thing. Then the kid shoves the phone like at him and he just smashes, like hits it on the floor. And of course, typical parenting in this day and age. Oh, you know, Ronaldo assaulted my son. You know, just shut the fuck up. Like, sorry. Just seriously, he assaulted your son. Oh, we're not going to accept anything that the club gives us. Like, all right, that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, he assaulted your son. All right. Last time I checked, assaulting someone is not hitting a phone on the floor. That is not assault. Like, it's probably damage of personal goods, and it's not a good look. It's pretty bad. But if you slapped your son in the face, then it's a bit different. But anyway, I don't even want to get into it. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. And same old shit again. Ronaldo struggled.
They're just looking for a pay out the family, mate. It's
I'm just exactly right. I'm just over it, man. Just everyone that talks about United, Ronaldo in particular, just fuck off. Like, you don't watch the games. You genuinely do not watch the games. Do not speak about the team. Do not speak about him. And it sounds like, I'm defending him. He was horrible. Don't get me wrong. He was terrible on Saturday night. He was shocking. He played really, really bad. But, you know, like one bad game and he's still the problem. We wouldn't even be in half the situation, Source, as you know, if we didn't even have him.
You would probably be sitting 14th, 13th without Ronaldo. Yeah, if you have to rely on Rashford and Martial, who's now left the club, and those guys who you had before as your strikers.
Rashford couldn't even get a root in a brothel, mate, at the moment. That's how fucking bad he's playing. He's got zero confidence. You know, Source, when you're an elite player, you would have seen it when Arsenal struggled. And you pass a simple pass or a through ball just to control the ball, and you're just giving a heavy touch every single time. Like, you know you're struggling because you're overthinking everything. And unfortunately, that's the period that he's gone through in his career, and it's unfortunate to see. In good news, Ten Hag is going to get signed as the manager of United, so can't wait for that. And there's going to be a lot of guys coming in and a lot of guys going out. Apparently, 6 have been told they're gone, and 6 have been told that another 6, have been told that they most likely could be loaned out or gone as well, depending on when the new coach comes in and sees the system. So 12 players are getting turned over, just like that. So see you, Harry. You're gone. See you, son. This week, Saturday, Spurs, Brighton, United, Norwich. I don't know why it said we're playing Liverpool next. Oh, because we play them on Wednesday. Jesus. United, Norwich, Southampton, Arsenal, Watford, Brentford, Newcastle, Leicester, West Ham, Burnley, Liverpool, United. That's a 5 a.m. start, Source, that one, so it's not a bad one. Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, Leicester, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Man City, Brighton. And that's it. But you won't be watching this game on Wednesday, ladies and gents, because I think Champions League's on. Oh, no, it's tomorrow. Damn it. There's no Champions League next week. Anyway, these are the games from today. 2-1 win on aggregate. Villarreal versus Bayern. Bayern's gone. Saucy, you take this away. You watch this.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, I didn't watch this game, so I can't really comment on it because I thought, the better game. I actually thought Bayern would just come out and, I seen them get the 1-1. But credit to Villarreal. it just goes to show how, the sport. I mean, they were $1.22 favourites by the bookies, was Bayern Munich to win today, and they drew 1-1. And Villarreal, they pretty much took their game plan, what defeated PSG, and they executed that same game plan against Bayern, and it's worked perfectly for them. And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little tip tomorrow. The bookies have got Atletico Madrid at $5 to win tomorrow. That is ridiculous odds. Ridiculous odds for them to win at home. I understand they're playing Man City. I understand that. But, I mean, Atletico Madrid. Oh, no, I can't. I'm trying to think who knocked out who. Was it Atletico that knocked out PSG? They executed the game plan perfectly.
No, Real Madrid. Real Madrid knocked out PSG.
Real Madrid.
Atletico knocked out United. There was no game plan there.
There we go. There's no game plan there. But that is ridiculous odds. I'll give you a little tip. That's a good one at $5. And I'm not saying they're going to win, but maybe take the draw. No bet. It'll probably be about $3. There's a very good chance. They're only down 1 goal. So they do have to come out and attack. But we'll see how it plays out. But I can't believe Bayern's out, to be honest. And is that the last we see of Lewandowski now playing for Bayern in the Champions League? All reports are that he's leaving on a free transfer to Barcelona next season, which is going to bring them back in an absolute force. You're going to have, I wonder how Aubameyang's going to go then. Is he going to kick up a stink and have a sook now that he's not going to be the main striker there next season? Probably forget how to put the ball in the back of the net like he did at Arsenal. But crazy scenes. Credit to Villarreal. Why can't they win in the next round? I don't know. Why not?
Wait and see.
Yeah, that's right. Villarreal. He feels better. Azurro feels better now that Villarreal beat Bayern, and considering they knocked out Juve, that's great. I forget who they did. They executed their game plan perfectly. Credit to Unai Emery. Was Unai Emery really the problem at Arsenal when he's getting these crazy results at Villarreal?
Maybe the team, maybe the club just didn't spend money. So
is part of the issue the players and the guys that we still have that are still having the same issues? Xhaka. Was it really his fault? I don't know, because he's getting pretty good results at Villarreal with what I would consider a lesser roster than what we had at Arsenal. But hey, who am I to say? Maybe Villarreal is better than Arsenal. Well, they are better than Arsenal. Let's not beat around the bush. They are. They're getting better results in the best competition that there is, and they're actually in there. So that's another.
In the second game, Source, we've got probably arguably the best player in the world at the moment.
Yeah, and the best player in the world, and people who's going to say it, and I'm going to say it. It's Luka Modric. No, don't worry about Benzema because he puts the ball in the back. Yes, he's an amazing player, right? But Luka Modric is the best player in the world. He's unbelievable. When they needed something, just go have a look at that pass to get to Rodrigo for them to kick that goal and send the game to extra time. Just unbelievable. Outside of the foot, on a 10 pence, just crazy stuff. When they needed someone, he stepped up. He's just a phenomenal player. Like, I just can't comprehend, you idiots out there, go buy your freaking Jude Bellinghams, go buy your fucking Pedri's, even though Pedri's probably going to be pretty good. You never know, he might be that good. But, Luka Modric's rookie stickers are so cheap, it's actually a joke. It is actually a joke how cheap his rookie stickers are, and that's his rookie card. I gave the play of the other rookie card, Doma, where he's got the acetate rookie. If you can find one of those out of
I'm going to bring something up now because Azurdo's in the comments now, so you can just fucking laugh at this shit. Considering we're talking about go collect guys, Manny put this up. He sent this to me before. He goes, "You reckon this would be a good one to put up?" I said, "Yes." And the reason why it's a good one to put up is because it just shows how ridiculous it is to listen to people outside of us sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. This shit. Yeah. Yes. That is not even his silver, Pulisic. Even if it was his silver. I genuinely said to Manny, I said, that Pulisic PSA 10 is like literally a $40 card. And I said, you just pumped it up to the moon because it's American. Over here, you got the Benzema Pop 11 rookie sticker. There you go. Lazy 550. Makes me. It's a no-brainer on who I'm buying. There you go. As Woodall says, it makes him vomit, and rightly so. It should. So if you're listening at home, what I've brought up is Manny from Luca Nation put out this nice graphic as a bit of a comp. And he's got the 2016 Panini Select Christian Pulisic USA card, Pop 231 for 500 USD. And then he's got the 07 Panini UEFA Champions League sticker, Karim Benzema, PSA 10, Pop 11 for 550 USD.
Honestly, that should be about a $2,500 sticker. I'm not even joking. Maybe more. It's Pop 11.
C. Blaise. Pulisic. You think Pulisic? Don't. No, I didn't see that. I did not see that comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not see that comment. I did not see it. Blaise, you're coming on the show. You got to come on this show. You can take your shirt on this show. I can tell you got a shit rig to your face and that you've got no fucking idea about cards in the soccer space.
He doesn't.
When it comes to soccer, you've got no idea. Just don't talk. Like, that's ridiculous. No way. He said, nah, he's got to be taking the piss. He's taking the piss. He has to be. Anyway, yeah, I just spoke the truth about him anyway. So you guys know. Don't listen to him when he talks soccer. So yeah, that's a bit of the comp stuff. But yeah, back to the game.
That game was phenomenal. For both legs was crazy. Real Madrid, they never say die attitude. Those Wednesday nights, the air in Madrid, in the Santiago Bernabeu, it's just different, mate, on Champions League nights. It's just different. And I'll tell you what, Real Madrid are my pick to now take out the whole competition. They are going to win the Champions League. I don't care. They've just got the experience. They've got the players.
Got the best striker.
They've got the best striker. And I don't care. Liverpool and Man City, the people think that, they're probably the best teams now left in the comp. But you know what? Man City always find a way to fail. And Real Madrid always find a way to win in this competition. And some teams, they just have it. They've got the guys that have the experience. And I love betting on the guys that have had that experience in the past. And, mate, Real Madrid is now my tip to win the comp. Obviously, I said Bayern previously.
We want Ancelotti. So, we like Ancelotti.
And we like Ancelotti. He's one of my favorite all-time managers.
We love him. We've loved
manager.
Him since high school, mate. We've fucking loved Ancelotti. So... very nice stuff there, Source. Tomorrow's games are Liverpool and who? Liverpool.
Benfica? Are they with
Benfica and then Atletico against Man City. All right, moving on, Source. F1. It was a big weekend. It was massive here in Australia. We had over 400,000 people through the gates at the 2022 Australian Grand Prix.
Including myself.
Including yourself, Source, which was good. It was great to see that you made your way in, which was nice. For some reason, the standings. I didn't want the standings. I wanted the race standings, so I can bring it up. Anyway, our boy got the job done. All right, you called it. You said he was gonna win, and he did win. All right.
Yep. So much speed in those Ferraris. They're just looking amazing this season.
It is so quick.
They're so quick. They're just able to push out the laps. If any Ferrari gets on pole this season and they can get a good start, they'll pretty much win any race. They've got so much speed. It's ridiculous.
Just especially don't start in ninth. Just don't start in ninth like Sainz and they get spun out. He had issues. He was my Smokey, obviously. He smoked out all right, that's for sure. So struggled there, but you can't even see that. Forget about it. Leclerc got the win by 20 seconds over Perez. Georgie Russell and Lewis Hamilton, third and fourth. We'll talk about them in a second. Fifth and sixth was Lando and Daniel Ricciardo, which is awesome for McLaren. Two very, very, very poor races to begin the season, and they've really bounced back in this one to get the fifth and sixth position, which is fantastic for them. Esteban Ocon in seventh, Bottas in 8th, Gasly 9th, Albon 10. And then down below, the most disappointing out of all the others is just your typicals, your Lance Strolls and Mick Schumachers. Disappointing. Fernando Alonso was very good over the weekend, and car issues, and then it was downhill. Carlos Sainz obviously very disappointing, didn't finish the race. Verstappen, 2 races now that the Red Bull Verstappen's car has not finished. 1 as well for Perez. So they've had 3 DNFs off engine failure, which is not
They want
great.
to sort that out. They want to sort that out quickly, because I'm telling you what, the as you said, you mentioned to me, Doma, the Mercedes are slowly getting that car humming. And
I'm telling you, by the British Grand Prix, if they haven't already won races, they will win that Grand Prix. They are going to be great. Like, they're figuring out the car quicker than...
What did you say on the qualifying live that we done? We told you that don't listen to what they say about them struggling and whatever. They're just talking absolutely jibber jabber.
Oh, they talk that much shit. I'll get to them in 2 seconds. Sebastian Vettel obviously struggled completely, didn't finish the race.
Horrendous weekend.
But this is a guy source. He didn't have his first 2 races because of COVID, and he's coming into his first race in this Aston Martin and definitely struggling, because as all the other races mentioned, that it was hard to get used to this car. This is his first time really in the race setting. So it might take him a while to get the hang of things. Over to the driver standings. Leclerc on top with 71 points. Then George Russell second, 37. Sainz 33. Perez 30. Hamilton 28. Verstappen 25. Esteban Ocon 20. Norris 16, Magnussen and Bottas 12 apiece, Ricciardo 8, Gasly 6, Tsunoda 4, Fernando 2, Zhou 1, Albon 1, and then Schumacher, Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Latifi all on 0. And probably Vettel should be in there as well. McLaren is getting their shit together, says Global. Azuro says, need to get Ginger Spice away from the pit lane. And he also said, brought me back to the good old days. Albert Park is red. It was fantastic to see the Ferraris
and
get the win.
I mean, let's talk about the Ferraris, mate. If anyone went down to Lygon Street after the Ferraris got the victory, there was literally Ferrari galore on Lygon Street, revving it up like the old days. What used to happen when everyone used to head down to Little Italy on Lygon Street after Ferrari, and Schumacher used to just win race year after year. And
good.
It was unbelievable. The scenes down on Lygon Street was brilliant. We haven't seen that in so long, because Ferrari's been horrendous over the last
man.
Many years here. They've been shocking. So it's good to see that back.
And then in the constructors, Ferrari on top, Mercedes second. So Ferrari with 104, and then 39 points ahead of Mercedes with 65, Red Bull 55, McLaren 24, Alpine 22, Alfa Romeo 13, Haas 12, AlphaTauri 10, Williams with 1 point, and Aston Martin on 0. Yes, let's quickly get to the rundown of Mercedes. Very quickly. If you listened to this show last Wednesday, Grand Prix, we said on the show in the F1 section that it's all bullshit. There is so much pace in this Mercedes car that they're going to keep saying, oh, we've built no parts. We've done no parts. What do you reckon they're doing in the factory, mate? They haven't even built any little parts to help fix your car to get a bit quicker. Come on. In 2 weeks, stop talking shit. Like, we said it. We made a joke out of it. We said Lewis Hamilton complains about his tires 4 laps into a race and then gets 50 laps out of him. And then you expect us to believe that you've done no tinkering to the car. Nothing. Nothing's been done. Nothing at all. That's it. Well, we're just going to settle for polling 14th every week, until we get the right parts. Stop it. They're going to get so much stronger race by race. And the sick part about it is, ladies and gents, we're probably going to have 6 drivers battling it out at the top. It's going to be Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes. And if McLaren can get their shit together, really, really get their shit together, you potentially could have 7 or 8 drivers. That's what we want. I'd rather have 7 or 8 fighting for it, for wins, than one guy just winning by a mile every single race. So Leclerc's obviously got the best car, but everyone will catch up and they will all hopefully balance out by mid-season. But it's in, I think, 6 Grand Prix is Silverstone. They'll win that. Or will have won a race before Silverstone. Mercedes. Mark my words. Don't believe anything that comes out of Lewis Hamilton's mouth, and don't believe a word that comes out of Toto Wolff's mouth. They're not going to tell you what they're doing to their car to give it any slight advantage to another team. So they'll be good. Get your news here first, mate. Don't worry about these other spuds. Oh, Mercedes will struggle. And then the telecast was like, oh, we're so surprised they finished up there. Mate, you fucking cover the bloody shit talker every week, Lewis Hamilton. And you're going to believe that crap. Anyway, next race is Emilia-Romagna in Italia. So that'll be on the 24th of April. So not this weekend, the following weekend. And Source, if you have that off the grid running, I'll be stepping off the plane at 10:50 when I land, picking up my luggage, and then I'll be tuning in live on the stream on the way home in the cab. That's what I'll be doing. I can't even watch the race, mind you. If I'm in the stream, I can't watch the race. So
what time's the race going to be kicking off here?
It's 11 p.m. Back to the 11 p.m.s in Europe, which is good. That's what we want. We don't want no 4 a.m. starts again. Azuro says, extremely fast circuit. Yes, it is. Absolutely love Imola. Yes. Great circuit. Should suit the Ferraris the way that they're going. No, not might. You will be joining. And get Cristiano. We've got to get the band back together for that one, mate. So everyone jump on. Try and get Lukey. Try and get everyone. We'll see how we go. Stay tuned for that. Saucy, we'll quickly do AFL, and then you can talk about why the UFC shit and Volkanovski's no good and all that type of stuff. So round 4, we'll breeze through this very quickly. The D's beat Port by 32 points. The Cats defeated the Lions by 10. Good win by the Cats. They're starting to prove me wrong very quickly. Sydney got the job done against my mob by 11. We're very, very unlucky. We're good in that game. The Waffle team in the West Coast Eagles defeated Collingwood. That's 2 weeks in a row that they have really, really coughed up that game. So credit to West Coast, though.
Credit to West Coast, because, yes, they did have some players up, but they had a lot of guys back. And I'll tell you what, we've missed this guy, and he got the unfortunate ban because he at the end of the day it's your fault because you need to be aware what's in and what goes in your body. But Willie Rioli, just happy to have him back. Yeah, bloke, he's a freak.
I can't fucking stand him.
Nah, happy to have him back. The bloke is a freak. He's amazing to watch. He's amazing to watch. He's just class every time he gets the ball. He makes great decisions with the ball. And
he makes Tom Lynch look good.
Oh,
Tom Lynch is bloody Ric Flair, and Willie Rioli is Eddie Guerrero with the steel chair, throwing it to the guy, the opposition.
Mate, he tore up Collingwood on the weekend. Tore him an absolute new one. It was brilliant to watch. And, West Coast, I still think they're going to be average this season. But Collingwood,
got 5 big
that's 2 weeks in a row where you've been in winning positions and you've lost.
West Coast, I think West Coast people had to capitalize, Source, like the teams. They should be getting Shuey back this week. They got, I think, 5 big ins. I was reading. I should try and find that. But 5 big ins. Obviously, Nat Nui's out for half the season, which is not great with the knee injury. But Hugh Dixon will just go into the ruck. He's done his job so far. He'll keep his spot. It's been pretty good for them. So they'll be all right. Then they'll get Sheed back soon. They'll get Elliot Yeo back as well, Source. So they could be pretty good. Pretty good going forward. Richmond got the big scalp of the Doggies by 38 points. And Saucy, when you're kicking 7 goals, 19 behinds, the Dogs...
You deserve to lose.
You deserve to lose, correct. Next up, Fremantle, 88, defeated the Giants, 54. Fremantle's playing really good football, so very deserving. The Bombrays got the job done against the Crows by 4 points. Good win by your Don Sauce. Good to have you on the board. The Hawks got slapped by St Kilda, 142-73. And then the reality check, Sauce, for the Carlton Football Club, the reality check. 92-62, the Gold Coast Suns got the job done. They really threw them around. Big news out of that one. Patrick Cripps hurt his hamstring. But the good news source, he's only going to miss a week. Paddy Cripps. So he'll be back for round 6. So that's the good news. On to this week's games. Lions against the Pies. Quick tip source. Because we're running on to an hour here. Lions. I'm going Lions as well. North Dogs.
Dogs.
Yeah, Dogs. West Coast Sydney at Optus. The big Budweiser's injured.
West Coast.
Yeah,
I'm playing pretty good footy, and they're playing at home.
Saints Suns.
Here in Melbourne?
Yep.
I'm going to go to the Saints. I mean,
I'm going Saints as well. Crows Richmond in Adelaide.
I'm gonna back the Tigers in. I mean, they play pretty good football. I watched Adelaide. They make a lot of mistakes. Is it going to help them? They're at home. Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna go back the Tigers in.
Very nice. Melbourne Giants here at the G.
Melbourne.
D's. Carlton versus Port Adelaide at the G.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to back Carlton in. I'm going to back them in. They got to win this game. Obviously, we know that Port Adelaide's best player is going to be out with obviously heart issues. Ollie Wines. So that's unfortunate for him. But yeah, Port Adelaide aren't looking good. And I mean, I was probably rightful to not have Port Adelaide in my top 8.
I forgot about them altogether. There's a reason why your brain forgot about them. So.
Yeah, because they're shocking. They overachieved last year, I reckon. And 100%. They're maybe not as good as people think they
are. Then we've got the Bombers against the Dockers Sauce, your mob. I'll be taking you in this one.
I'm backing us in.
Yeah.
I'll probably,
and then the
I'm
Hawks
be going to this game.
The Hawks versus the Cats, Easter Monday at the G.
It's going to be a cracking game, but Cats.
That's everything there. Quick update on the Supercoach team. I was shithouse last week. Global 2092. Not happy. I did get the win in our league, so that's all that matters. Moves this week. Let's have a look. I can go to undo changes and it'll tell me. So the moves were got rid of Hinge, got injured, and Hoff. And I put in Dixon. He's going to go up. Obviously, Nat Nui's out, so I'll keep him in. Make me some money. I put Daniel Rioli in as well. He's averaging 97 out in the back line here. So, that's the team at the moment. Looking pretty strong. Someone asked a question about who's my pick for Rising Star. It'll be out of these two here. But mainly this guy. Because Collingwood looks like they're actually going to win some games. So I think it'll be Nick Dacos. Don't count out Rochelle, whatever his name is. He's pretty good. And this guy here, for the Bombers, this guy here is a gun. Nick Martin.
Who?
Yep. Just rub it in my face. He's in the top 1%, 2,000 ranked. That's good. Yeah, right on. Yeah, we don't talk about Supercoach rankings, mate. You know how passionate I get. So that's the changes. All right, Saucy.
Global, you just got to win the league, mate, or finish above Doma just so you can have bragging rights. That's
that's it. That's all you have to do to me. Then we've got obviously UFC with Saucy.
Yeah, well, it was an amazing fight card. There was some cracking fights that went past over the weekend. I'll bring up the card so we can have a geezer and to have a chat about it. We'll chat about a few of these fights. So the main card, you had Mark Madsen defeating Vince Pichel in a third round decision. That fight was, pretty interesting, but credit to Madsen, he just did enough and obviously kept his undefeated record. Mackenzie Durham defeated Tisha Torres. That was a good fight in the women's. Obviously, the fight of the night, Chimaev against Burns. Got a fly flying around right in front of me. It's annoying me. This fight, Chimaev Burns, the bookies had Chimaev to win at like $1.15. Like, they are delusional. They are delusional if they think Chimaev is just that good. Like, he got found out a bit against Burns. He didn't think Burns was going to be able to, contain him. He thought he was going to be able to just take him down, but didn't realize, how good Burns is on the ground. It was a cracking fight. I thought, probably just that first round where Burns got sort of, dominated a little bit. That's probably where he lost the fight. In that second round, he was the clear winner. He actually knocked down Chimaev. And, even Chimaev said after the fight, credit that he's tough, and I think, a guy like Chimaev, where I think I read a stat where in his first 4 fights, he only copped 2 significant strikes against in all 4 fights. And in this one fight against Gilbert Burns hit him with over 100 significant strikes.
Bloody
so, it's a bit different when you're versing guys outside the top 10 and then you come up against the number 2 ranked guy in the division. Gilbert Burns, it was obviously a massive fight. Dana White even gave him his winning purse. So if you win the fight, you get more money. Well, he got his winning fight money because it was such an amazing fight. I would love to see this in a rematch and see it go on a 5-round fight. I think 3 rounds didn't do it justice. I think we'd see who's truly the better fighter when it goes to 5 rounds. But there's one thing that this fight did confirm for me is when Chimaev does finally come up against Usman, he will lose. And I can guarantee it. He will not beat Usman. Usman is just too much of a better fighter than Chimaev, and it's the first time he's really been pushed. People think that he's not human. Well, when you get to these guys at the top level, they do bring you down to earth and make you realize that you are human, and there is another level to this game. Aljamain Sterling defeated Peter Yan. People are going to say this is contentious. I think it was a toss of the coin. Credit to Aljamain Sterling. He got the fight. He got the fight fought on his terms. Was able to get Yan to the ground, put him in grappling and submission attempts, and if it did stay on the feet, he was. Yan probably did have the advantage, but he didn't allow that to happen. And this is why it's called mixed martial arts, because you have to be all round. You have to, be planned for multiple game plans where, at times you could get taken to the ground. And Yan, unfortunately, Sterling on the ground is just looked like the better fighter. Looked like he had the answers for him and nearly got him with a chokehold. But not quite. Sterling got the chocolates. I think they will fight again because it was very, very close, that fight. Even Dana White reckons that Yan did win the fight, but it is what it is. Credit to Sterling. Let's see if he can have some other title defenses. I'd like to see him versus some other guys and then maybe get another rematch with Yan. And then the main event, you had Alexander the Great Volkanovski. I called. I said he will finish this fight. He will finish the fight. Like, it won't go the distance. And I was right. He finished in the 4th round, probably could have finished in the 3rd round. Korean Zombie just out of his depth. Volkanovski on another level. According to some, he's really not that good, but he's proving otherwise, even to the point where, he's wants to move up a division and take guys who are in the division up. So he's just on another level. And I told you guys, when he's rookie refractors were going for $10. I was like, yeah, you probably should. It's a good time to buy them at $10 a pop. I don't know how much they're going for now. Haven't looked. I've got 3, and I'm always looking to add more Volkanovski stuff to the collection. Don't have a nice immaculate order. Probably, I don't know if I'm a lemon and I missed the boat. I've been outbidded on probably the last 3 immaculate marks of greatness autos, underbidding like an idiot. Should just try to secure one up because I haven't seen one pop up in over 2 weeks, and I'm getting a bit stressed out because I think the next time another one comes up, it won't be 100 US and less. I think it could be quite a bit more than that, but nonetheless, he's a freak, and I just can't wait to see him who he's going to verse next. Because Max Holloway's supposed to fight him again. I genuinely think if he comes up against Max Holloway, he will smash, like not smash it. I shouldn't say smashing because Max Holloway a very good fighter, but I just think he's gotten that much better since his last Holloway fight that I think Holloway will be pretty easy fight for him. Just out of his depth now, like because we've seen what Holloway does, and we've never seen Holloway deviate from what he knows and the way he goes about it. So I just think Volkanovski has another level on top of him now. We haven't seen Holloway fight for a little bit, so who knows whether he's improved his game to another level. But nonetheless, the Volk is a beast. And now I think people are finally starting to catch on, Doma. There is a card this weekend. Let me check. 17th. Yes, there is a card this weekend. The main event is Vicente Luque against Bilal Muhammad. That will be
Bilal Muhammad. Yes, Bilal.
Good. So obviously we know what happened with Bilal Muhammad. He come up against his last opponent. He got poked in the eye. And he couldn't finish the fight.
Yeah.
So this is obviously he's going to be looking to get a win because he was right on the verge of potentially breaking into that top part to on his way to maybe get a title shot in the welterweight division. And then the co-main event is Caio Barballo against that is a crazy name. Ganzi Omragiev. He's 13-0, that guy. Omar Genziev. I think that's his name. I'm not
probably isn't, but anyway. Yeah, very nice.
I'm just going to call him Mr. Omar. Mr. Omar. He's this weekend. Starts at 10:30 a.m. the main card, so tune in and make sure you look out for some Volkanovski cards. The new UFC 2022 Prism has dropped. Don't get sucked into buying some of the autos in it. Just please, all I want you to do is compare the on-card autos out of UFC Immaculate 2021 to the new Prism 2022 product, and compare the guys, and it just doesn't make sense when you can buy on cards for X amount and their cards are going for this much amount. I pointed one out to you, Doma. Volkanovski auto, sticker auto from this 2022 UFC product going for I understand it's numbered to 49. I do get it, but going for well up over $100 when his on card autos out of Immaculate are only going for about 100. So. And that's numbered to 99. I do get that, but it's on card. It's not a sticker. So for me, that's everyone prefers on card. And I don't care who you are in the hobby. Everyone does prefer on card autos. And that is a fact.
Yeah. We don't sticker dump. All right. Source. Le Mans of the week before we get into hobby talk. And I'm probably going to breeze through a lot of the product review stuff. And then we get to our main topics there. But Le Mans of the week. I'm going to throw it to you because you saw someone that deserved it, and we didn't speak about them very much. We just penciled in Utah to win in 5, but there's a reason why, and you're going to give it to us.
Toma, there's a point as a coach you just need to realize and put your best guys away for the playoffs. There was the Dallas Mavericks, done such a great job. We all gave them shit for getting rid of Porzingis and bringing in Spencer Dinwiddie, right? And, a lot of people had to eat their words. Like, we thought that's crazy. Like, you probably could have held out this season and maybe tried to make some deals in the offseason. But you know what? Credit to them because it worked out. They played better basketball. They made the playoffs convincingly. Didn't even past the play-in stage where they didn't have to play the play-in. And they had sewn up their spot. There was no need for Luka the Don to play the last game. No need. Should have been rested.
2 games clear of Utah. Should
have been put on ice, rested up, sat on that bench, ready for the playoffs. For some reason, Jason Kidd got him to suit up. What the hell were you thinking? You have now cost your franchise, or you've pretty much sold your franchise to a first-round exit in the playoffs. Because without Luka the Don, you ain't winning shit. Jason Kidd, for forcing your star to suit up, not even that. What makes it worse is they were down 20 points at halftime, and he went out there in the second half, and he done the calf in the second half. So he could have packed him up at halftime as well, Doma. Like, you made the error at the start of the game to even suit him up, but you could have packed him up at halftime. And he wouldn't have pulled his car.
I know.
That makes it even worse.
Oh,
For that,
as good as
Kidd,
Calvin. Oh,
you are a lemon. That is the biggest lemon coaching move of the century. You've cost your franchise a first-round exit. Absolute idiots.
I got no words. Like, it's just dumb. There's nothing on the line. It's not like you're playing for top seed. It's not like you're playing to get into the play-in tournament or to get out of the play-in tournament. It was a nothing game. You were down by 20 at the half, and you decided, oh, I've got to put my superstar out there because, we need our superstar to help us win this nothing game. That means nothing to our franchise. Zero. Zip. Nothing.
He's done his half. That's a minimum of 2-week injury. So
they said
two to
3 weeks. Yeah, they said 2 to 3 weeks. He won't play the first round. And if he does, he'll play like he'll play like in that Clippers series 2 years ago where he was injured, and then he has to leave 2 or 3 times throughout the game to go to the locker room because he needs to get treatment. You're not even going to be able to use him. So if he does play, he's going to be laboring. Dumb. Absolutely dumb. So
this is why you need another guy there to be able to, help the team throughout the season and not just rely so much on Luka the Don. If they continue to do this to this guy who's already got crazy mileage on his legs, don't remember he's been playing professionally from 16. Luka the Don, by the age of 28, will be done. His career will be done. He'll have nothing. Because he'll have that much mileage on his legs. I mean, have a look at James Harden. He's a shell of himself. Right? Because he's been forced to play so many minutes in Houston, playing ridiculous amounts of minutes that if you see him try to dunk the ball, jump off the ground. Like, Luka Doncic already struggles with elevation. Like, wait till he gets a bit later in his career. It's not going to go well. It's not going to go well.
All right, Sauce. Let's get to Hobby Talk, brought to you by Platinum Standard Grading. Very nice. Thank you there to Platinum Standard Grading. And stay tuned because we actually have interviewed them and that podcast will be probably coming out over the weekend. It was a lot of fun. Interviewing Brett and Chris. So they're literally a ball of energy. And we told it as it was, Sauce, on that podcast about grading. Straight down the line, mate. We didn't shy away. We may have called out a few people. All right, let's get into it. Let's start here. We're going to do a lot of product stuff first. I don't know why you're spending $1,150 USD now a box for Prism. There's one listed for 1,200 Sauce USD.
You're buying this stuff, you're an idiot. I'm going to tell you, you're an idiot.
1,100, 1,150, 1,225. Anyway, Revolutions is on its way. It's coming. And this one's it's got a user rating of 2 stars apparently. Look for mixed limited parallels, including the Cubic Lava and the Ultra Rare Galactic. Each should contain 1 parallel. Base subsets provide notable tag teams and legends. There's the RK Bro, falling 1 in 2 packs. The 2022 Panini Revolution WWE inserts take several forms. Lift Off is an explosive die cut series. Here it is. Seth Rollins. Supernova amps up the shine factor for key names. There's a Supernova. There's a Vortex with Drew McIntyre. More sticker autos. Overall rarity was not mentioned. The 2022 checklist featured signed stickers of Alexa Bliss. There's Edge. The autos. Sunburst to 99, Lava to 10, and the Kaleido 1 of 1. The release date is May 18th. 5 cards per pack, 8 packs per box, 16 boxes per case, 2 inners. And then the hobby box break average is 8 parallels and 4 inserts. There's a few more mock-ups, or one other mock-up that wasn't shown in there, and it was of AJ Styles auto. So there you go. Thoughts on that one, Sauce? No, there's no pricing on this just yet. So, do you want to put a price on it? Just a rough estimate. We can revisit this to see.
What it's going to release at hobby
Yeah.
boxes?
What do you reckon?
Probably about 700.
Yeah, fair enough.
Maybe around about $600.
I was gonna say 650. So there you go. So that's WWE Revolutions, and as we mentioned, WWE Prism. I'm not gonna harp on about it anymore. You do what you want to do. 1225. There's a couple listed for 1100 as well USD. So you do whatever you got to do. Encased NFL dropped today. Here we go. Loaded with autos and memorabilia from all the best rookies and legends in the NFL. Find 2 autos, one of which will be graded by Beckett, and 2 memorabilia cards per box on average. This is the first BGS slab I've seen since All Sports Cards actually sent me a BGS slab. I didn't even realize that they actually existed. Look for on-card BGS graded autograph cards in sets such as Reserve, Signature, Superscribe signatures, legendary SIGs, rookie endorsements, rookie dual swatch SIGs, scripted SIGs, Hall of Fame material SIGs, and many more. Collectors would love finding. Yeah, all right. There we get the point. Here we go. We'll bring up some photos. Josh Allen. There's a patch. Trevor Lawrence. Zach Wilson. Mac Jones. Quad patch of Devonta Smith. It's pretty sick. Kyler Murray. Justin Fields. Saucy's boy, Justin Herbert. That's what it'll look like.
Joey Burrow's my boy.
Joey Burrow, sorry. There you go. Superscribe signatures. There you go. That's the rundown in the PDF. Some interesting stuff there. So it actually is a good product. So don't mind it, to be honest. Would I buy it? I don't really buy NFL, but it's pretty sick. So that is now available. Source. Here is Contenders 21-22 Contenders NBA basketball. Here we go. Hobby box contains 10 cards per pack and 12 per box. Look for 2 autos, 2 parallels, and 8 inserts or insert parallels per box on average. Chase on-card autos of this year's top rookies. The highly anticipated rookie ticket autographs. Find autos from the best players of the game in veteran season tickets. Collect various inserts and contenders. Exclusive permit to dominate and license to dominate as well. We'll bring this up. Also, Source, and you just give us a rundown. Do these QR codes actually do anything?
Is it a QR code?
Yeah. I can actually, I can probably actually check that too. You just put your phone up to it. We'll see if it actually picks it up.
It's half a QR code. I don't think it's going to pick up shit.
No, probably not. You're probably right, Source. Here we go. Nicola.
All I know is I seen Cherry pull the 1-of-1 championship ticket, Cade Cunningham, and it's a fucking sticker auto.
It is a sticker, yes, correct.
It's a 1-of-1! Why did they put a sticker on it? Yes, James. I know. I seen it, mate. I seen it, yes. And it's a freaking sticker auto. That pisses me off. It's 1 card. At least get the 1-of-1 on card. Oh, who cares? Put every other card in the set, make it sticker. But the actual 1-of-1, the premium card of every player should be on card. No excuses.
You sure?
Not good enough.
The other thing, Source, that I found, this came out today, yeah? Contenders. This came out on the 8th. So we've got Prism draft picks, finally came out on the 8th, and then 5 days later, you release their product in NBA uniform.
Look, I'll say Prism draft picks just wait a little bit longer, and you know what? It's probably going to be one of the best value rips you can.
No, it is. But
you get 4 autos in it. There's not many boxes that you get 4 autos in it these days.
But do you understand my point?
Oh yeah, no, Panini are cooked. They are actually cooked. How far behind they are on product release, it is a joke. How they've allowed to get this, get out of hand. They should have cut other sets out of previous years and just tried to catch up on the product release. We can't be having Prism draft picks is supposed to come out like, pretty much just after the draft. They've played a whole season now.
There's a color blast. Mac McClung.
He'll be playing next year for the Lakers. He played all right.
Yeah, they reckon he's going to... A lot of Mac McClung photos. Good on him. There you go. This is just some of the cards, what they look like.
Yeah, feel free to go
too in depth. It's all the typical variants that are in Prism. But it's good that it's actually finally out. And like Saul said, good value as well because you can get 4 autos in here. So it is pretty good. So yeah, 4 silvers, 8 parallels, 4 inserts, and 4 autos per box on average. It's pretty good. And that is it on the product review side of things, Saucy. Now we can actually get into some very interesting stuff. First one, which I don't know why my Instagram went down, but a statement came out, source from HGA, pretty much saying that they've been bought out. Well, not pretty much. They have been bought out. Tyler stepped away from the company. And this is what it did read. We're writing to communicate a few changes within our organization. Tyler will be stepping away from HGA. HGA was his dream, and the company wouldn't be where it is today without his knowledge and love for the industry. Although we are sad to see Tyler go, he will still be part of the HGA family, will work diligently to make his vision a success. HGA is now in capable hands of Armstrong International, founded in 1900. So if we go to Armstrong International, we'll bring them up in about 2 seconds or so we can have a look at their Armstrong International. There they are. Let's get back to here. They have strong passion for the card industry, which is what drew them to HGA in the first place. The HGA management team, who has been driving operations, will continue to do so. With support from ownership, we added a resource who brings over 17 years of experience running companies and developing operational excellences. HGA is committed to its mission of providing customers with innovative grading services. We will continue to communicate updates on the progress of our backlog, along with optimizing operations for even more efficiency gains. Thank you for trusting HGA with your sports and TCG cards grading needs. Sincerely, HGA. That's the statement they put out, source. This is Armstrong International, decarbonization services, products and systems. So, could be carbon neutral slab source. We could get some carbon neutral slabs, mate. It's good for the environment.
Yeah, look,
Well, it did say that they want them because of their efficiencies in operations.
Yeah, I mean, look, other companies have done this.
Good.
We have a look at like CESG. They got bought out by Blackstone, and Blackstone owns a whole bunch of other companies, and they obviously do well in optimizing operations. So I guess that's part to do with it. Me as an outsider and our dealings with HGA, this just, to me personally, this is my opinion. We've seen what HGA did, which was, what they were doing well before they, shot themselves in the foot, was they limited their submissions. They met turnaround times while everyone else wasn't. And then they decided our operations are good enough. This is, their business decision. Open the floodgates, send as many cards as you want, no limits. Shot themselves in the foot. Got into a serious backlog of over 70,000 cards. Now taking, 60-day orders, now taking 150 days and stuff like that. To me, from the outside, looks as though they open the doors, get all these cards in, show these potential investors, we're that busy, we've got a backlog, props up the company. No different to sort of, PSA got in that situation. CSG got in that situation, which then they also got bought out. So it makes you look really busy, that there's such a market here for grading cards, especially here at HGA. Armstrong, comes in and goes, yep, know what? We'll buy you because it looks like you have a successful company because you've got a 70,000 card backlog and a lot of angry customers now. That's what it looks like to me from the outside, and our dealings with them.
They haven't been great. Like, let's be
They haven't
honest.
been great.
I'm not going to
They haven't
fucking
been
beat around the
great,
bush
and
with
we're
them.
not going to
So
sit here and pump their tires just because we do a bulk sub for them. We're going to tell it how we've been treated as, what's supposed to be business partnership with them, and they've been anything but professional.
So the
I'm gonna
latest
tell you
on
how it is.
that too, yeah, is like they were very unprofessional. Saucy followed up on the first 2 subs, was relentless with them. They ended up sending both subs back at the same time, which was good. We actually did pretty well. We got a flawless 10. We've got a few other 10s. The grading was very good across the board. All the
Product is good.
clients, honestly, the product is actually
And even
amazing.
the people that waited and then got their slabs back,
Yeah,
they
slabs are
were
good.
all happy with the quality of the
Yeah,
slab
yeah.
and the product, man. Like, it was just the ridiculous, avoiding
Turnaround time.
emails, not
Yeah.
responding to messages and emails, and it was just, that was the disappointing fact. I mean, the other grading companies have been found to do this, but when you preach that, and you say that customer service is one of your big factors, and we interview you yourself, Tyler, and you see how much customer service matters to you because you've had dealings with PSA, with BGS, other companies, and you don't like the way they do things, and then you literally do the exact same thing. You're pretty much a hypocrite.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. So, yeah, as I said, the latest is we got them back, got them given back to the clients. They're all happy with the product. Like Saul said, it is a great product. The slabs are amazing. The labels are good. But we decided as a bulk sub, people had given us cards and paid us, and some of them are long-time listeners of the podcast as well. So we've said that we're happy to send those cards back. If they want them to stay with us, they can. It's up to them. But we need X amount of cards to send a sub to HGA, so it becomes viable for everyone. We decided, well, let's wait and see what happens here. I don't want to go send another sub, Saucy and I, and then something does, like, shit really hits the fan, and then the cards get stuck over there. That is the last thing we want to do, because then, unfortunately, who's going to be liable for that? It'll be Saucy and I, not them. They're not going to take liability for it. We're going to be the ones freaking that have to cop it on the chin. So we decided to hold that. We said to our clientele, if you really want to get them graded or you want a PC slab for some of them, go have a look at Platinum Standard grading. And it's not trying to be an arbitrage opportunity for us to make more money. Genuinely, I'd be having a look at an Australian company over an American company, because what has the American company ever done for us? It's the same thing over again. Once again, they hold your cards for too long, they make empty promises, and effectively they fuck us over again. So
yeah,
I'd be
PSA,
looking.
BGS,
I'd actually
SGC got into it. HGA, all 4 American companies that
they all
have
did
all
the same
gotten to
thing.
shit.
They've all done the
Yeah,
same
they're all
thing.
done
Now
the
they're all
same thing.
commercialized. They're all owned by big companies. Now it's all about commercial dollar. People have gone out there and done the PSA stats that it takes about, on average, around 30 seconds to 1 minute to actually grade a card. If you're actually
That's how much
happy,
time they're spending on your card.
if you're happy for that to happen, by all means do that. For example, Platinum Standard grading, we interviewed the guys, like we mentioned. Here's a bit of a sneak peek, a teaser. Their graders grade around about 25 to 30 cards a day each. Not a minute, not an hour, not every 10 minutes, a day. Time and care. If they're unsure, they will cross grade it with another grader. You don't get any of that shit with the international companies. They're there for the profit margin of literally to make the dollar. They don't. The other thing with PSG as well, that's straight up, you don't get charged on the bracket of the value of the card. If it's $1,000 plus, 5,000, 10,000, that's what it is. If you come through us, $27 a card. That's it. I understand it's a trust thing. People may want it for like to flip, but what's to say we can't create that market here in Australia and flip in those slabs? Let's Let's be real about it. So, yeah, but HGA, I'm not confident at the moment, and that's why we made the executive decision just to hold off. So we're doing in the best interest of everyone. People can be frustrated, and they probably want their cards there, but do you want to take the risk that they're stuck there? That's it. That's what you got to tell yourself. In the end of the day.
Now, look, this isn't like it's not a bad thing for HGA that Tyler has now left the company. He's obviously sold it out to a company that's good in operations, so hopefully they can optimize things, get rid of the backlog, and then what I would do if I was Armstrong, I would fuck off the custom labels. That's my personal opinion, because I think there's enough label choices without the custom labels that takes a lot more time. And, for people here, as soon as the custom label went from, how much was it, Dom? Was it $15 extra to
$16 to $30?
Yeah. So it went from $16 to $30.
And we straight up on top of what the grading cost was. So effectively, it was going to cost you $78 a card. No, and we straight out said this is the price change, and we actually recommend you don't use that part of the service. We straight out said that to people. Like, I don't want people getting rorted. I seen this global gold label grading. It's I think it's black label grading is who you're talking about. $50 per slab at 10 slab max is way too expensive.
No, it's different. That's a different one.
A different one, but that's way too expensive. Yep. $50 a slab. No. Like straight out, no. Should be more than $30. Like they've got no name in the industry at all, and you can't make your name by $50 slabs. Like as harsh as that is, that's straight up. Because how's that viable for anyone? You just wait and you just go send it to PSA for $100. If that was the case, like that's how people price themselves out. All right, Source, just quickly because I reckon I've got about before I got to shoot off. Unfortunately, I've got about 7 minutes.
No, we got to wrap this up. We're already at an hour and a half. That's usually when we're wrapping this up. Well, let's get going.
We'll talk about. Actually, we'll keep this for crunch time. We'll talk about it because it's probably a flame. So we'll talk about it there. We'll talk about. So listen to crunch time, and we'll talk about Marvel PMGs on crunch time. Bit of a flame there coming up because same thing. What goes around comes around with some of these things. Source, as you've been saying to people. What goes up must come down at some stage. But we will jump into Saucy
WWE
Smoky.
Prism. WWE Prism as well.
Saucy Smoky.
Part of that. But we will go more into that on crunch time and have a chat about it. We do need some topics, so we'll keep it for that.
No, we've got topics, mate, for that. We've got VV Collectibles coming up there. Bit of an update from Saucy. Saucy's going to rage. Then we'll talk about Tyson Beck's new NFT project.
Yeah,
that's a teaser for there.
Cool.
Looking really
cool
good.
Stuff.
And then we'll talk about some Marvel PMGs, get some card talk in there. But Saucy, you got a Smoky?
Have I got a freaking Smoky? Have I got a Smoky? This is I've literally found this in the last when we started speaking about Champions League. I found this Smoky, right, ladies and gentlemen. This has to be one of the most underpriced cards you will ever find. And it just goes with the theme from Manny and his graphic. Doma, don't worry about fucking Kareem Benzema's rookie sticker. Go buy his WCCF rookie card.
Nice.
Buy it now.
Olympique Lyon.
That's $27.77. You are not going to find this in a good grade because these are like horrendous on the back.
Oh, that's sick. No, I love that.
We got a few of them sent. We got a few of them sent here. These WCCF cards from
Pedro.
From Pedro, and from Pedro. Thank you, Pedro. And the back on them is always cooked. So you could get these. They're most likely going to only grade maybe no higher than a PSA 8. But hey, for $27. Thank you very much. I will go buy this Benzema. I might even make an offer on this guy right now. Let's make
the offer. He'll probably accept it too. Just
let's make the offer.
15, mate. 15, fucking 20. This guy.
$15.
Can only go up from here, Source. Only up.
Yeah.
Until it gets declined.
Stuff it. Let's make the offer. It's sent.
That's it.
There's this guy's out of Wisconsin. He's got it. I've chucked an offer on them. There's a few more up there. Oh, here we go.
Is there a refractor?
Yeah, they're all refractors.
Oh, they're all refractors.
Yeah, I think so. Hang on, this one's $10. Oh, don't tell me. I might have to buy this right now.
What's
that
the
the same
difference?
card?
Is there?
This one says, now they're all the same. They all got that shine to it. It's just the way that the picture's taken.
YGS2. That's what it says.
Tell you
YGS2
what,
Real Madrid.
this one looks like not bad condition. See,
It
someone's
says
going to
Real
beat me to it if
Madrid.
I don't.
It says Real Madrid. It says Lyon,
France.
Real Madrid,
Yeah, I know.
France, Japan. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
What a listing.
$2 economy shipping. Mate, is this $10? Are you shitting me? Oh, live now on air. I'm buying it.
Here we
$10.
Go. Bang.
There we go. Reckons $2. I got to send it to the US.
Yeah, send it to Ship My Cards, mate. That's it. It's there.
All right. I'm buying that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking that off just in case I show any details that I'm not supposed to show.
Oh, well, no,
But-
they can show you the Ship My Cards details, and they can send their cards to your Ship My Cards.
Yeah, you can send your
Not
cards
that-
to my...
Not that they're going to get
my-
them.
You can do what happened to Vincent when he made the tutorial video about ship my cards, and then everyone started shipping him random cards. Some idiots were putting his ship my cards username in their eBay account, and he's getting all these random basketball cards in his eBay.
Oh, that was so
His Ship My
funny.
Card. That's great. But Kareem Benzema, 2007 WCCF rookie card. That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. This is one of the best strikers, and he's going to prove it when the World Cup comes. He's going to be there and be front and center for France. Him and Mbappe up front. It's going to be unstoppable, mate.
There you go. Thanks, Saucy. Very nice. Thanks, everyone, once again for tuning in. It's been Double Coverage, the most underrated podcast for sports and sports trading cards on planet Earth. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. Keep living, loving, and breathing sport. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double curve.